Thank you all devotees once again for joining our Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya daily Srimad Bhagavatam reading morning session. Hare Krishna. So yesterday we are in chapter 18. So yesterday we have completed two verses. The last verse was 3, verse number 3 of chapter 18. So today we will start with verse number 4. Let's Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Dado Jayamudire. Nashtaprayeshu Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttama Shloke Bhaktar Bhavati Nashtagim. Mugam Karodi Vachalam Pangum Langayade Yakrupatamakam Paramananda Madhavam. Sri Gurum Dinadarinam Sri Chaitanyamesharam Omatyanadibidandasya Jnananjana Shalagya Chakshurum Milidam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanyamanobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamahyam Dadanti Supadandiyam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yudhavadagabalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagar Jadam Sakana Regunadharnidam Dam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Brisakim Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakana Lilada Sri Vishakhanidamsha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagalpade Govesha Govika Kanda Radha Kanda Namaskute Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyacha Kripa Sindhubhyacha Patidanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nidinamine. Namaste Saraswati Deva Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunevadi Vachakya Shadarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Swamin Nidinamini Namachari Vadai Nidai Guru Pradani Gurehada Damadai Nagarek Ramadarini Swami Guru Maharaj Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. So chapter number 18, the name of the chapter is the prayers offered to the Lord by the residents of Jambūdvīpa. So we'll start with the verse number 4 today. Hare Krishna. 5.18.4. We'll start Prabhuji as usual. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, please. Hare Krishna.
Vadandi Vishwam Kavaya Smanashwaram Pashyandi Chadhyatma Vido Vibachitaha Yathavi Muhyandi Tavaja Mayaya Suvismidam Krityamajam Nado Asmitam Vadandi Vishwam Kavayasma Nashwaram Pashyandi Chadhyatma Vido Vipachitaha Tadhavi Muhyandi Tavaja Mayaya Suvismidam Krityamajam Nadosmitam. Hare Krishna. Translation purported by His Divine Grace Abhajarana Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. O unborn one, learned Vedic scholars who are advanced in spiritual knowledge certainly know that this material world is perishable, as do other logicians and philosophers. In trance, they realize the factual position of this world and they preach the truth as well. Yet even they are sometimes bewildered by your illusionary energy. This is your own wonderful pastime. Therefore, I can understand that your illusionary energy is very wonderful, and I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Translation once more. O unborn one, learned Vedic scholars who are advanced in spiritual knowledge certainly know that this material world is perishable, as do other logicians and philosophers. In trance, they realize that a factual position of this world, and they preach the truth as well. Yet even they are sometimes bewildered by your illusionary energy. This is your own wonderful pastime. Therefore, I can understand that your illusionary energy is very wonderful, and I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Purport. Not only does the illusionary energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead act on the conditioned soul within this material world, but sometimes it also acts on the most advanced learned scholars who factually know the constitutional position of this material world through realization. As soon as someone thinks, I am this material body, aham ameti, and everything in relationship with this material body is mine. He is in illusion or moha. This illusion caused by the material energy acts especially on the conditioned souls, but it sometimes also acts on liberated souls as well. A liberated soul is a person who has sufficient knowledge of this material world and is therefore unattached to the bodily conception of life. But because of association with the modes of material nature for a very long time, even liberated souls sometimes become captivated by the illusionary energy due to uh, inattentiveness in the transcendental position. Therefore, Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita 7.14, Mam eva ya mam eva ye pravadyante mayayam idam tarandite. Only one who surrender unto me can overcome the influence of the material energy. Therefore, no one should think of himself as a liberated person immune to the influence of Maya. Everyone should very cautiously execute a devotional service by readily following revelative principles. Thus, he will remain fixed at the lotus feet of the Lord. Otherwise, a little inattention will create havoc. We have already seen an example of this in the case of Maharaja Bharata. Maharaja Bharata was undoubtedly a great devotee, but because he turned his attention slightly toward a small deer, he had to suffer two more births, one as a deer and other as the Brahmana Jadabharata. Afterward, he was liberated and went back home, back to Godhead. The Lord is always prepared to excuse his devotee, but if a devotee takes advantage of the Lord's leniency and purposely commits mistakes again and again, the Lord will certainly punish him by letting him fall down into the clutches of the illusionary energy. In other words, theoretical knowledge acquired by studying the Vedas is insufficient to protect one from the clutches of Maya. One must strongly adhere to the lotus feet of the Lord in devotional service. Then one's position is secure. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Guruji, and
Thank you.
Pranam to Guru.
The pranams to all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Hare Krishna. So we are actually continuing the discussion of this chapter number 18 from Canto 5, which is full of prayers. So different in the land of Jambūdvīpa, where there are different tracts of land. There's 9 tracts of land. So there are residents in each tract of land according to our Vedic cosmology. And in every tract of land, there is a supreme worshipable deity. So here we can see in this land where is called as Bhadrashva Varsha. There is one tract of land in Jambūdvīpa where the king Bhadrashava is offering the prayers to highest Sirsha. So the presiding deity of this tract of land, Bhadrashava Varsha, presiding deity is highest Sirsha. So the prayers have been offered. So first 6 verses are actually the prayers from this the king and his associates, where they are actually offering their prayers to the Lord. That prayer we are seeing here, verse number 4. If you see verse number 3, the prayer was that yesterday we discussed the verse number 3, where it is said that how that materialist, they are not able to see the goal of life. They are not able to understand the meaning and purpose of life, and they are too much addicted to sense gratification, and they are falling down as a result of that. Even though they see this life is very difficult, still they are so much attached to their family, and they are committing so many sinful acts, and then finally they face the harsh reality of this world in the name of death. So that is what for the materialist. Further, the prayers, the 4th verse today, it is being said about even not only the materialist, even the learned sages, learned Vedic scholars who are advanced in spiritual knowledge. They also sometimes fall down because of the power of the illusory energy. So here the Lord is glorified. Always the Lord's illusory energy is also glorified as very wonderful. You can see in the translation of the verse, it's very wonderful like that. Krishna says that very important verse in 7th chapter, Devi Esha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratya Mameva Ye Prapadyante Maya Metam Taradite. So Krishna is saying Devi Esha Gunamai Mama Maya. Mama Maya means Krishna is telling me proud that my Maya is Duratya, is very, very difficult. So here you can see that in the prayers offered, it is said that not only the materialist, because the materialist, they are ignorant, they are falling down into this Maya. But not only materialist, even the learned Vedic scholars who are actually advanced in spiritual knowledge, who know that this material world is perishable. Krishna says in Bhagavatam, Anityam Asukam Lokam. Anityam means this world is temporary. So they know this world is perishable, as do other logicians and philosophers, same like the other philosophers. In trance, they realize the factual position of this world, and they preach the truth also. So they realize and they also preach the truth. Yet, even after advancing so much high level, yet even they are sometimes bewildered by the illusion energy. So that from there we can actually get a glimpse of how powerful is Krishna's Maya. This is your wonderful past. This is your own wonderful pastime. Like that, they are offering the prayers. This is one of the pastime of the Lord. Same like we can see that one time Lord Shiva, after the Mohini avatar, Lord Shiva requested to see that form. The Lord said it's not required, but since Lord Shiva requested, and so the Lord exhibited the Mohini form again. Even Lord Shiva got bewildered, and he started chasing the Mohini avatar. So that is same in the Srimad Bhagavatam, we can say, because Lord Shiva is known as so much he is elevated. Vaishnavana Mita Shambhu. So he is in such an exalted stage. So sometimes even some people who are in that exalted stage, it may be due to the will of the Lord, they may get bewildered, or it may be due to the power of the illusion energy, they may get bewildered. Either two cases are there. One is by the will of the Lord, committed that offense. It is because of the will of the Lord, because they were made to commit offense to the 4 Kumaras and they fell down to the material world. That is because of the will of the Lord. And but certain times it is not because of the will of the Lord, because it is the potency of the uh, divine nature, divine energy of the Lord. That also, the Maya energy, makes them to get bewildered. Yet, even they are sometimes bewildered by your illusion energy. This is your own wonderful pastime. Therefore, I can understand that your illusion energy is very wonderful. See here, the Lord is glorified, and here it's also the illusion energy is also glorified. So I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. So this verse finishes with the respects offered to the presiding deity of that Varsha. So one time there was a question this question was posted to His Holiness Swayam Keshwar Swami Maharaj when he was taking Bhagavatam class. At the end of the Bhagavatam class, one of the devotee Mataji, she was asking that, see, in Bhagavatam, we are seeing that the Lord's name is glorified. Like if you see Ajamil, pastime, the Lord's name is glorified. Like, just you take the holy name of the Lord, everything will be cleared, you will be liberated. Even if you know, jokingly, if you chant the holy name of the Lord, even without knowing the power, potency of the holy name, if you chant, you will be liberated. You will be getting the mercy of the Lord. Such a powerful, like that. Sukdev Goswami is saying to Parishit Maharaj when he is narrating about the pastime of Ajamil, where Ajamil was very, very sinful. He was involved in a lot of sinful activities, but by chance he called his name of the son, Narayana. By hearing that name, immediately the Vishnu Dutas came and they rescued him. So how does a person who has done so much sinful activities, just he taken the shelter of the holy name of Narayana, and he gets so much benediction. So that was actually to emphasize the glories of the holy name. So that is one side of Srimad Bhagavatam. So repeatedly we are seeing that holy name is so powerful of Krishna. And other side, you are seeing the story of Jadabharat Maharaj. So Jadabharat Maharaj, he was very, very cautious, very, very careful, and he was always conscious of Krishna, and he renounced the whole kingdom. It is said that Jadabharat Maharaj, he renounced the kingdom like somebody goes to the, washroom, he passes stool, and then he does not even turn. He just flushes and come out. It is disgusting like that. In that way, he renounced the material world, thinking that this world, I don't have any attachment. With that kind of vairagya, he renounced the kingdom. And then he came to the forest, he did tapasya. And over a period of time, he just saw a deer and that he was feeding the deer every day, playing with the deer along with his tapasya. Gradually, his attachment to the deer started increasing. And that Prabhupada writes in the purport also that pastime. And eventually he fell down and became a deer in the next birth. So such a highly elevated person, he fell down. So here you are seeing one side is Ajamil who got promoted, and here seeing Jadabharat. So how to understand this kind of instructions? One is glorified, and otherwise it is also said that even little bit of uh, this carelessness will make you fall down. So here we can see that. So Maharaj answered that this whole Bhagavatam, there are two things, important things highlighted in the whole Bhagavatam. One is the potency of the holy name is so powerful that we have to know. The potency of the holy name is so powerful that Bhagavatam is repeatedly saying. At the same time, the same power is also for God's Maya. That is that we have to exercise caution towards Krishna's Maya energy. So both are powerful. One is the holy name is also powerful, and also Krishna's Maya is also powerful. So to explain the glories of the holy name, that pastime is given. At the same time, to explain the glories or the power of Maya, this pastime is given. So we have to be conscious of Krishna, and we have to be cautious of Maya. So that is the bottom line. We have to be, spiritual life means two things they are saying, that we have to be conscious of Krishna every time, and at the same time, we have to be cautious of Maya. So there is a saying that one who does not pray to Krishna, will become prey to Maya. Prey to Maya means P-R-E-Y. He'll become a prey to Maya. So this very nice statement. I saw that quote. One who does not pray to Krishna will actually fall prey to Maya. So that whole verse is actually in this Bhagavad Gita in 7th chapter, where Krishna is saying, Devi Esha Gunamayi, Mama Maya Duratya. So my Maya is very difficult to overcome. And what is this Maya? This is my energy. And this is divine energy. And it is not easy for anyone to cross it over. And the third and fourth line of the same verse says, but Mam Eva Ye Prapadyante, if someone will surrender to me, then Maya Metam, then he will easily cross over this Maya. So Krishna is giving the problem, and also Krishna is giving the solution. First two says the problem, that nobody can cross this Maya energy, but the solution is given in third and fourth line, that if somebody will take shelter of me, then they can easily cross this Maya. So you have to understand, if you do not pray to Krishna, then we will fall prey to Maya. So we'll go to Srila Prabhupada's purport, where Prabhupada is giving very nice examples related to this today's verse. So not only does the illusory energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead act on the conditions. So the verse number 3, if you see, The illusory energy is acting on the conditioned soul. That is verse number 3, because it is only talking about the materialist, how they are entrapped by the glitter of this Maya. Not only for them, but sometimes. Now, see here, the word is used sometimes. Prabhupada is carefully using this word, not every time, but sometime. It also acts on most advanced, not advanced, most advanced means at the high level, learned scholars who factually know the constitutional position of this material world through realization. So even for them, this Maya will work. And Prabhupada is quoting this verse, as soon as someone thinks, I am this material body. So constantly we should, when we meet somebody, when we are talking to somebody, we should always know that we are not talking to this like a person. We should see them as a soul. We have to practice that this is a soul. Even if you see an ant, we should not see the ant. We should know that this is a soul. If we see a cow, we should know this is a soul. That's why Krishna is saying, Vidya Vinay Sampatte Brahmini Kavyastini Suicha Vyasapakecha Pandita Samadarshina. A learned scholar will see everybody as a soul only. So that kind of vision we have to develop. Like we see Prabhupada or Paramahamsas, the elevated Vaishnavas, they don't see them anybody as their person. They see as a soul, part and parcel of Krishna. So in that way, if you are seeing, then we are always actually in Krishna consciousness. But as soon as someone thinks that I am this material body, aham mameti, it's a very wonderful verse actually. If you know this, this verse was actually recited by whom? If you remember, 5th chapter, is the Lord, 5th canto, 5th chapter is actually Lord Rishabhadev's teachings to his sons. Yesterday also we saw one verse that Kashtan Kaman Arasi, Ajam Nirloke, Kashtan Kaman Arasi Vidbujange, Tapo Dipam Putra Karena Satyeta Sutya Tasmad Brahma Sokyam Anantam. That we saw for the materialist. It is said that even you should know that you are not this body, but having achieved this rare human form of life, you need not work hard like donkeys and like that, which is even available for the animals, that kind of pleasure. But you should do tapa. Tapo divyam putra karena satyeta suddhi. Then you become purified. When you get purified, yasmat brahma sokyam to anand, then you will enjoy unlimited spiritual happiness. That is what yesterday Rishabhadev is teaching to his son, 5.5.1. So here Prabhupada is quoting the verse 5.5.8. When we think that I am this body, that verse is Pumsa Striya Maitini Bhava Etam Tayor Mito Hridaya Ranti Ahu Ato Kshetra Shutabta Vitter Janasamoha Aham Mameti. So here how the illusion you work out is that we are thinking this, I am this body. There is attraction between male and female, this world. Whatever, not only for human beings, the attraction between male and female is the main, what is that we say, main thing in this material world. Whether you take a frog or you take a bird or you take a beast, anything, there is always attraction between male and female in this material world. That is the basic principle. As soon as a male and female, they are getting attracted and they get together, then what happens? Their heart gets connected and they get children. By children, the bonding gets more stronger and stronger. So when they have a family, male and female, and then they have children, automatically what? Ato griha kshetra shutabta vitte. Then they will have house or apartment. They have a field, and they have these relatives, friends and family relatives. Then in that way, the illusion will start growing, building upon that. Janasaya mohoyam aham memeti. Then they will think, this is my family, this is my country, this is my caste, this is my religion, this is my, and the my will have a big list. In that way, as much they think this is mine, actually everything belongs to Krishna. As long as they think this is mine, what happens? This illusion will have full control over the person. That's a Prabhupada is writing, I am this material body, aham mameti, 5.5.8, and everything in relationship with this material body is mine. So what are the relationship with this material body? The place of birth. If you are taken birth in, suppose, Tamil Nadu, then I have a special affinity towards Tamil speaking people. If I am born in a Kerala community, then I have a special affinity for people speaking Malayalam. This is everything in relationship with the material body. Then I have a family that is also related to my body. I have my children that is related to my body. I have my place of land, India. I have my caste. I have my community. So then we are thinking this is all mine. This is my country. This is my family. This is my land. This is my language. This is my religion. So like that, as long as we think mine, as long as we think this is mine, as long as we think this is mine, then the illusion is working. So we should know that Ishavasham idam sarvam. Yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Everything belongs to the Lord. We are not the proprietor. The Prabhupada says we are the cooperator. We are cooperating according to the Lord Krishna's plan. So these are all things we have to repeatedly contemplate so that, we always stay in proper devotional mood. Otherwise, what happens? When you don't read, automatically default, the mind will go to thinking that mind, like that. So as long as it's thinking like that, mind, anything relationship with this material body's mind is an illusion. It's called moha. It's one of the anarthas. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. 6 anarthas are there within our heart. One of the moha, anartha is moha. Moha means illusion. Illusion means to think what is not true, what is not real. So whatever we think, this is all mine, this is all not true. So how does this illusion is caused? This illusion is caused by the material energy. That is Devi Yesha Gunamayi. Acts especially on the conditioned souls. So that we know, but it sometimes also act on liberated souls also. A liberated soul is a person. So when Prabhupada writing, it acts on liberated souls as well, is Maya. Then Prabhupada writes, who is a liberated person? So a liberated soul is a person who has sufficient knowledge of this material world. So you can say like a jnani, who is having knowledge of this material world and therefore unattached to the bodily conception of life. So if you see a jnani, they have a very strict life where they are not attached to the bodily conception of life. But since they are in the material world, this material world is actually composed of the 3 modes of material nature and their long association in this material nature. Even liberated souls sometimes become captivated by the illusion energy due to inattentiveness in the transcendental position. That's why it is said that association is always very important. The moment we lose the association, sometimes our mind can play havoc. It can actually divert us or distract us from the path of devotional service. So Prabhupada quotes here this very famous verse from Bhagavatam 7th chapter 14th verse. Devi Yesha Gunamayi Umamaya Duratya Mam Evaya Prapadyante Maya Meta Taradi. Only those who surrender unto me can overcome the influence of material energy. So anybody who has taken Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Karma Yoga, there is always a threat that they may fall down any time because they have not surrendered to Krishna. Because Krishna says, my material energy is not easy to cross. Only if you take shelter, surrender unto me, then you can enter. So only the Bhakti Yoga, who is practicing Bhakti Yoga, who has taken the complete shelter of Krishna, he can be protected. How he can be protected? Because Krishna himself protects that Jivatma. So he need not worry. It is same like Prabhupada giving, one time he was in the park and he saw a cat is carrying the kitten. So Prabhupada asks, what do you understand from this? He asked his disciples. The disciples did not know. Then Prabhupada said, see, for the yoga system is like this. A cat is carrying the kitten. It is like Bhakti Yoga, where Krishna is taking the full responsibility. The kitten just will relax. The cat is carrying the kitten. Without the kitten, will not put any effort. Except it will be under the shelter of his mother. So the cat is carrying the kitten from one place to another. But if you see a monkey is jumping from branch to branch. But the baby monkey, it has to hold. If you see Discovery Channel, National Geographic, you can see that the monkey, baby monkey will hold to the mother monkey very tightly. And the monkey will jump from one branch to another branch. This baby will hold it tightly. If this baby is little bit of inattentive or not properly holding, when the mother is jumping, the baby can fall down and get into injuries. So any yoga system, if you take Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, or any yoga system where bhakti is not involved, then we are always at risk that we may fall down at any time. That's what here written. Any time we can, therefore, even liberated souls sometimes become captivated by the illusion energy due to inattentiveness and in the transcendental position. So Prabhupada writes a conclusion. Therefore, no one should think of himself as a liberated person immune to the influence of Maya. Even if you are so elevated, you should never think that we are actually liberated and we are immune to Maya means now Maya will not affect me. So one time when Prabhupada was praying in front of the deities, Prabhupada disciples asked him to Prabhupada, what you are praying? Now, we are praying, okay, but you are already close to Krishna, what you are praying? You are always very intimate to the Lord. You are the personal close associate of the Lord. Prabhupada said, I am praying to the Lord that I should not be, means I should be always protected from Maya. So they were stunned. But he said, Prabhupada, you are also praying like that? You are praying, that's okay, but why you are praying? He said, no, Maya is very, very powerful. And Prabhupada one more time also told, my disciples have only one problem. The one problem is they are not sufficiently afraid of Maya. They are thinking because they came to Krishna consciousness, now Maya will not touch them. No, we should be always careful and afraid of Maya. So that is very, very important point. So Prabhupada is giving through his practical example that we should be always afraid of Maya. Even this narrator of this whole Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami, he was in his mother's womb. He did not come out of the mother's womb for 14 years. Why he did not come out? Because he told his father also that I will not come out. Because the moment I will come out, the Maya will catch me. I don't want to be trapped by Maya. Then personally, Sukadev, Vyasadeva meditated and he taken the mercy of the Lord. And the Lord personally given the blessing to Sukadeva Goswami. No, you can come out of your mother's womb. I will make sure that Maya will not attack you. After this guarantee, Lord Krishna given, then only Sukadeva Goswami agreed to come out. The moment he came out of his mother's womb, he immediately started traveling to renunciation and he started traveling towards the forest. And his father is running behind him. He's telling Putra, 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 like that. Oh my son, like that. Vyasadeva is affected now. Vyasadeva is running, my son is going, my son is going. But he was not at all bothered. And we all know that story where Sukadeva Goswami is passing and there are girls who are taking bath and they were not dressed actually. So when Sukadeva Goswami is passing, they did not bother. But when Vyasadeva is passing, immediately they taken the cloths and they covered their body. Vyasadeva asked that ladies, see, I am also a sadhu. When my son is going, you are not covering your body, but as soon as you are seeing, you are covering. Then this girls replied that, see, your son is very Paramahamsa. He do not see the body. He is seeing only the spirit soul. He does not differentiate between body and like this, male, female, like that. But whereas you are seeing, like you are not in that, stage. You are able to see that we are ladies. That's why you are asking why you are covering. So that was the elevated position of Sukadeva Goswami, where Sukadeva Goswami himself is reciting Bhagavatam. He himself was afraid of Maya before coming to this material world. So that is why this verse is very much emphasized. Get afraid because when we are taking shelter of the Lord will protect us. Because sometimes people seeing that, then they may think, oh, this is not for us. Then we cannot be progress in devotional service. It's not like that. It is giving the warning beforehand that you should be very careful. We should be afraid of Maya and we should be very careful and attentive in whatever spiritual practices we are undertaking. And of course, Prabhupada writes example of Jada Bharat Maharaj. We already discussed this Jada Bharat Maharaj pastime. That how Jada Bharat was so having intense vairagya that he rejected his whole kingdom and he came for the tapasya. Finally, he got attracted by the deer and taken the birth of a deer in the next birth. And of course, eventually he became Jada Bharat and then got liberated back to home, back to God. So that episode we already discussed in the same canto. The last paragraph, the Lord is actually very merciful. He is always prepared to excuse his devotee. We know that one verse in 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, also where Krishna is telling that even if somebody will do abominable sin, we should not consider him. We should still consider him a sadhu because I will purify him. So that is the thing. Lord is always prepared to excuse his devotee. But again, there is a warning note. But if a devotee takes advantage of Lord's leniency and purposefully commits mistakes again and again, the Lord will certainly punish him by letting him fall down into the clutches of illusory energy. The Lord is merciful. The Lord will also forgiving nature. That's why he is giving us many lifetimes. Even if you don't succeed in this life, Krishna is saying you will resume from the next life. But at the same time, if somebody will willfully take the advantage, like one of the offense of the holy name is to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name of the Lord. So if you know that, okay, I am doing all these things, so I will be protected by the Lord. If you think like that and commit sin, not because of weakness, because of thinking that Lord will excuse, then the Lord will certainly punish him by letting him fall down into the clutches of the illusory. In other words, Prabhupada writes here, theoretical knowledge or only jnana, not vijnana. Vijnana is realized knowledge. Jnana is theoretical knowledge acquired by studying the Vedas is insufficient to protect one from the clutches of Maya. So, somebody knows everything, this world, how it is working. That's why we see sometimes sadhus. Many times we see in the newspaper or the news, there are sadhus who are getting victim of, they amass property or they have illicit connection with women. And one day in the news, they are very famous. They have so many ashrams. But one fine day, police is coming and arresting them. Because, it is because they have been fall into the clutches of Maya. Very strong. One must strongly adhere to the lotus feet of the Lord in the devotional service. Mamevaye prapadyante maya metam tarandite. So this is the only solution. The last one line. One must strongly adhere to the lotus feet of the Lord in devotional service. Then one's position is secure. Otherwise, because Krishna only programmed this software in this material world, Maya is under Krishna's control. So only when Krishna will tell Maya, okay, don't disturb this Jivatma anymore, that Maya will not disturb. So they say, like, interestingly, if you go to a person's house and there is a board, beware of dog, but you just enter the gate, the dog is running towards you to attack. You are actually so much afraid, you do not know what to do. But at the same time, you see your friend is standing on the balcony there, and you call him, then he is saying, oh, you have come, then he's calling his dog's name, Jimmy or something. Tell, oh, leave him. Then immediately, the dog wags his tail and goes back into his place. So like that, Maya is actually Krishna's energy. It is fully under Krishna's control. And as soon as Jivatma is taking sincere surrender into the lotus feet of Krishna, then what happens? Krishna is telling that this soul has surrendered to me, so he's instructing Maya, no more you should disturb him. Then Maya will not disturb after that. But till that time, Maya will show its power. Maya will keep lot of tests, and we may fall victim. That's why Prabhupada writes, concludes this very nice statement. One must strongly adhere to the lotus feet of Lord in devotional service. Then one's position is secure. Otherwise, there were a lot of instances in Bhagavatam. We seen Bhagavatam where people go to very elevated stage and they finally fall down. Throughout Bhagavatam, we can see like that how people are getting victimized by Maya. Yeah, we can see that. Even we see that in Krishna's 10th canto of Bhagavatam also, uh, this precious jewel is there. No, what is that jewel name? One jewel which Shamantaka jewel that was finally, Akrura. Akrura was, he will also be in that conspiracy. In 10th canto, we'll read. So Akrura was, very closely related to Krishna because he was taking Krishna from Vrindavan to Mathura. So unless we are staunchly clinging to the lotus feet of the Lord, then actually there may be problems. We may be trapped by Maya by any time. That's why it said that we have to be constantly be under the shelter of Krishna by our prayers, by our sadhana. So as we said, if one does not pray to Krishna, he will help pray to Maya. Hare Krishna. So devotees, please, you can also share your realization or understanding on these verses or any examples which you came across the scriptures where a person who has been trapped by the illusory energy of Maya. Saubari Muni, we know the Saubari Muni story, we know. He went into the river and he was meditating, he fell prey to the illusory energy of the Lord. Like that, we have a lot of instances. Whatever you know, please feel free to share that. So it will be a benefit for others also who are attending this class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shavanapurji, and Pranam. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare.
So, anybody want to add anything? Vimodi Mataji, Sarvada Mataji. Nanda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandar Pranam, Prabhuji.
No,
Hare
no,
Krishna.
So,
Hare Krishna.
And
so some disturbance is there. Sorry.
Yeah. Background noise. Saradita Madhavi Mataji, you want to say something?
Sarvita Mataji is muted.
Mataji's mic is unmuted, actually.
Yes, unmuted. So, but don't hear anything. Anything Mataji is saying?
Okay, Prabhu, we'll do one thing, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Mataji has put message Hare Krishna. So there is next verse, there is no purport for that. Maybe we can recite and very soon.
Yes,
Because
yes.
there is,
Yes, we can go to the next verse.
18.5. Mic problem. Mataji is having some mic issues. Noted, Mataji, we noted that. Okay.
I see. Okay.
So fifth verse we can recite, Prabhu, and we'll read the translation and we'll wind up
Yes.
the.
Anybody want to read? Gita Mataji or anybody want to read? Vimala Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, please.
विश्वोद्भवस्थान निरोध कर्मदे ये अगर्तु अङ्गीकृतमप्यवावृतः युक्तं न चित्रं त्वयि कार्यकारणे सर्वात्मनि व्यतिरिक्ते च वस्तुतः विश्वोद्भवस्थान निरोध कर्मदे ये अगर्तुर् अङ्गीकृतम् अप्यवावृतः युक्तं न चित्रं त्वयि कार्यकारणे सर्वात्मनि व्यतिरिक्ते च वस्तुतः. Translation. O Lord, although you are completely detached from the creation, maintenance and annihilation of the material world and are not directly affected by these activities, they are all attributed to you. We do not wonder at this, for your inconceivable energies perfectly qualify you to the cause of all causes. You are the active principle in everything, although you are separate from everything. Thus, we can realize that everything is happening because of your inconceivable energy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So this is verse number 5, describing about the inconceivable energies. Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita in 8th chapter how is inconceivable Mastani Sarva Bhutani. Like that, he's saying that I am there, I am in them, I am not in them. So it is achintya. Achintya means it is inconceivable. So here the prayers continue that describing the glories of the inconceivable energies of the Lord. Like it is said that, O Lord, although you are completely detached from creation. So the Lord is actually completely detached because the Lord is not associated with any three modes of material nature. We see Lord Shiva is also associated with the Tamoguna, is in charge of Tamoguna. Lord Vishnu is in charge for Satoguna, and Lord Brahma is in charge for Rajoguna. But the Lord, if you see, Krishna is totally detached from creation. He is not associated with any gunas. Detached from creation. Also, he is detached from maintenance because maintenance is taken, creation is conducted by Lord Brahma, maintenance is conducted by Lord Vishnu, and annihilation is conducted by Lord Shiva in this material world. And Krishna is nowhere affected by these activities. They are all attributed to you. But all these things happens because of Krishna only, but at the same time, he is aloof from all these activities. We do not wonder at this. So the prayer says that we do not wonder at this, for your inconceivable energies perfectly qualify you to be the cause of all causes. So how all these things are happening, creation or maintenance or annihilation, this is all because Krishna's inconceivable energies. As Krishna wills, all these energies act. Parasya Sati Vividya Suryate. So you are the active principle in everything. You are the cause of all causes. You are the active principle in everything. And although you are separate from everything. Thus, we can realize that everything is happening because of your inconceivable energy. So here the main subject of discussion is actually inconceivable energy of the Lord. Inconceivable means that we cannot understand by our present material senses. That is inconceivable. we cannot understand the Lord's. We know that we had the famous story where the story of faith, where Narada Muni goes and the cobbler is asking when I will return, and a Brahmana is asking. So where the Lord is trying to tell them that I am trying to pass the elephant through the eye of the needle. So the Brahmana is not accepting, because he's saying how an elephant can pass through the eye of the needle, whereas the Brahmana is accepting it. So like that, inconceivable energy means we cannot understand by the strength of our mind and intelligence how these things are working. So that is called inconceivable energy. And all this creation, maintenance, and annihilation, and all these things are actually carried out by the potency of the inconceivable energy. At the same time, the Lord is aloof of all these things. One way it is related to the fourth verse is, people may think, because previous verse is say that Maya is actually bewildering everybody, even the learned souls. So sometimes people may think that the Lord is closely associated with Maya and like that. So that's why here it is said that he always remains a non-doer, separate from Maya. His Maya is one of his energy, it will act by itself. No? So it is not that the Lord is doing all those things. As we discussed, sometimes it is because of the will of the Lord, and sometimes it is due to the power of Maya also. Sometimes due to the will of the Lord is actually how the Jaya and Vijaya fell down from Vaikuntha. That is will of the Lord. But sometimes it happens by the power of Maya, where we are seeing people are getting bewildered, even the learned sages. So the Lord is not actually, he is not the reason for those things. That's the thing. And it is because of his inconceivable energies. So that is the main subject here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. So any point of discussion? 2 verses we discussed. Maybe tomorrow we can discuss about how Hayagriva, the retriever of the Vedas, how the Lord retrieved the Vedas in the form of Hayagriva. Because the prayer is, this one is prayer to Hayasirsha, means actually it is prayer to Hayagriva, the famous incarnation of the Lord, where the Lord retrieved the stolen Vedas and given back to Brahma. Because Brahma requested, these Vedas are stolen. Then Lord takes the form of the horse. Human body, horse head. Same like now Narsimhadev is lion head and the human body. Similarly here you can see human body and you can see horse head. So Lord Hayagriva. Hayagriva, as we yesterday was highlighted, Hayagriva, many people pray to get his intelligence, because he retrieved the Vedas. So to get intelligence and wisdom in life, people pray to Lord Hayagriva. We have a special temple in Tamil Nadu for Hayagriva temple. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. Sarvada Mataji, able to talk now?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So this all this yesterday also we explained this the strong influence of Maya. So the only solution, Prabhu explained that the consciousness of Krishna consciousness and so conscious of Maya. So this very important point here, Prabhu explained that one. So lot of examples are Jadabharata, Ajamila. So we know that day before yesterday, Asmananda Prabhuji also explains. So what is our role? So what is the Maya affecting? So anytime we will be very careful about this Maya until and unless we are engaged in the service of Krishna.
Yes. Be cautious of Krishna and be cautious of Maya.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
2 things.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for sharing your understanding.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So, Prabhu Srikumar, Prabhu, anything else? Or we'll wind up?
I think Mataji is joined. Mataji not able still. Sarvada Mataji?
No, Prabhu.
I think maybe not.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Just one note.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Shankarath, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu, this story, just we discussed for Vedavyasji. When he's crossing the river, so these girls are identified as a body platform. But even the E Satyavash Avadarna, for the Vedavyasji, compared to this Sukadeva Goswami, so he is the one compile of the Vedas.
Oh, Vyasamuni?
Vyasamuni, Vedavyasji, he is crossing the river.
Vyasamuni you are saying, or you are saying Sukadeva Goswami?
No. The girls are covered the body and they are identified as a is a bodily platform. But when he crossed the Sukadeva Goswami, there is find out the spirit soul. So he is looking only for the soul platform. Even though this is, we are saying, this is, Scripture says this is the compile of the Vedas. And also, he is the for the Sakti Avesh Avatar also. So, one of the avatars.
Yes. So why the girls? Why the girls covered the
this much potency he has very So how it was identified like that? So it was
okay. Now one important point, Prabhu. Before compiling Bhagavatam, right? So Vyasadeva compiled so many literatures, right? So if he was like that, then why he was morose? Only Narada Muni came and given guidance, no, that you are exclusively not literal literature glorifying the Lord, right? After that only he composed Bhagavatam, right? Before that, even Vyasadeva was morose after compiling all these Vedas, Itihas, Upanishad, everything. He was still sad, right? Then only Narada Muni's guru is coming, then he is discussing that why you are sad. Means he knows, he is telling you are sad because Vyasadeva is saying, I did all this for the benefit of humanity only. But still, my heart is not satisfied. Then Narada Muni is saying, you are not satisfied because that means he is still in that position. He was not in that so elevated stage. Like, even though he is there, but in that position, he did not do the right thing. So after Narada Muni instructing only, then he is composing Bhagavatam exclusively glorifying Bhagavan, Bhakti and Bhaktas. So, and also he is running behind the sun. So that also shows some attachment, right? He's saying Putra, Putra, like that he is going. So it shows that it's my son. He's going away from home. So it shows some kind of attachment. That's why the girls, they thought that still he's attached. So that means he's still seeing that those things, so that they were covering. It's my understanding.
Still he has some material desire, like my son, even though that much mature level, but he has that much kind of this attachment, correct? Na?
Yes, this is, we can say, Prabhu, this is, we cannot say like Vyasadeva is like this. This is maybe like one of the lesson Vyasadeva is teaching through that Leelas. Yes. Okay. See, some things are done for teaching the common. Yes.
Sorry for this one. The same question last week class it was discussed.
This is to teach that
one of the devotees asked this question. What we discussed is giving a little bit more elaborate. So many people, this is giving answers, then he is elaborately detailed manner. And this what we discussed he is also giving. And what this is little.
Yes. Hare Krishna, Prabhu, your voice disconnected. Hare Krishna, Shankanath Murari, Prabhu. So we can now understand that they are actually teaching a lesson for us, or sometimes they may be also bewildered. Both we studied that this verse we studied that even learned people will be bewildered, Vedic scholars. That possibility also there, or sometimes to teach common man, some leela can happen. Both ways it is there, you can see.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu, for your nice explanation. Regarding Vyasadeva, Prabhu, before when Narada Muni comes, he meditates on the Supreme Lord and he sees Supreme Lord and Maya
in the background.
Yes.
It's like he is able to visualize that Krishna is standing. Maya apashratya means Maya is behind that. Yes, behind Krishna as a shadow. Yes, he's able to see that. Yes. So thank you, Mataji. That one verse is there, no, Mataji, but that verse, Maya apashratya.
Yes, one verse is there, Prabhu. I don't remember now.
It's very, very important verse actually, because he is able to see everything by his drishti. Krishna is there, Radharani is there, then he's seeing backside, Maya is there, and Eyatma Jiva Sammohito, like that, he's seeing that the Jivatmas are suffering also by the clutches of Maya. Then he's getting so much compassion that he starts composing this Bhagavatam for the benefit of this all these suffering souls. Yeah, Jivita Sammohito, Maya Apashan. Some verses there like that. Thank you, Mataji.
So he's also aware of Maya, but he's also bewildered.
Bewildered,
maybe,
yes.
As to teach us a lesson. maybe.
Yes. Even like in my level also, you can be bewildered when you get into family affairs. Like that.
Even in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is there, Prabhu, because Kala Krishna Das was in association with the Supreme Lord for almost 6 years. Then also he was bewildered.
Yes. So anytime this bewilderment can come.
Yes.
That's you have to be always said that cautious of Maya and make life simple.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Vishnu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, which sloka you refer that one? Means Rishabh Deva's sloka? The Maya?
No, which sloka, Prabhu? Which sloka you're asking?
No, first we explain that about the family. So,
that is 5.5.8. Prabhupada is saying 5.5. Yeah. Punsa Striya Maitini Bhavam Tayor.
Oh, okay.
Then Taho Ato Kshetra Sutapte.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. This is very, all these teachings, Prabhu, Rishabhadev teachings are very powerful. 5.5.12, I think it goes to many verses. Where he's giving to all these 100 sons instruction before handing over the kingdom. He's giving all these instructions so that they will have the necessary vairagya and handle the property properly. So he will give the instruction, then hand over the kingdom to them.
Okay, thank you, Shona Prabhuji, and Pranam. So lucky to get today also, so due to the holiday in Kuwait. So hope that Prabhuji will enlighten us tomorrow and after tomorrow as well. Very well.
No, it's all Prabhu, not my this one. Whatever
available,
Acharya
please do join Prabhuji and enlighten us.
Just copy paste.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. So we'll chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Prabhuji as well as all the devotees who are present today. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna